From Nairobi, my colleague Jill Craig has more.
Pope Francis will be visiting the Nairobi slum of Kangemi during his visit. Advocating for the poor has been a key tenet of his papacy. In his native Argentina, he was even referred to as Bishop of the Slums.
Many Kenyans, a good number of Kenyans, are going through difficulties. And so when they see the Holy Father now living a very simple life, he is now identifying with the poor, with the people who are suffering.
Pope Francis is scheduled to speak with young Kenyans during his trip. And if this visit is like previous ones, he will likely urge them to work together, dream big, and above all, have hope. Luke Kariuki thinks this message will resonate with young people here.
Some youths will be welcome to the church, some will change their lifestyles. Those who have been abusing drugs, they will change.
The Pope is also expected to address climate change, having previously said that the underprivileged are disproportionately affected. Pope Francis is also expected to meet with different faith leaders, an important gesture in a country that has experienced its share of interreligious and interethnic violence.
Because the Pope addresses humanity, not just the Christians.
The Pope stays in Kenya for 3 days before leaving for his next destination, Uganda. Jill Craig, VOA News, Nairobi.
After being hosted by Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta, Pope Francis takes his message of hope to the people of Uganda late Friday. Uganda has one of the largest Catholic communities in Africa. Serginho Roosblad reports for VOA that the highlight of his visit will be the 50th anniversary celebration of the canonization of 22 Ugandan martyrs.
As many as 2 million people are expected here at the Namugongo Shrine Saturday for a Mass with Pope Francis. This is one of Africa's most important Catholic shrines, says Reverend Vincent Lubega. Thousands of pilgrims walk here every June to pay tribute.
So Namugongo is important and the center of all the martyrdom because the head of the group was martyred here.
In 1886, a group of 22 Christian converts were killed by the Ugandan king for their refusal to renounce Christianity. In 1964, Pope John Paul VI canonized the group, and now, half a century later, the leader of the Catholic Church will mark the occasion.
He will come over through that door, kneel here before the relics, and say a prayer in silence.
This is the country's third papal visit. The previous two were in 1969 and 1993. 40% of Ugandans are Catholic, one of the largest communities in Africa.
We are very happy that the Pope is coming. It's a long time since the other Pope was here.
The excitement is palpable.
We are selling T-shirts with the Pope and emblem, badges, the Vatican flag, the umbrella, all of them, including the photo of the Pope.
The Archbishop of Gulu says the Pope's timing is good as Uganda heads to what are expected to be particularly contentious elections in early 2016.
Because his coming has rallied us all together, the government, the church, and the population at large.
Also important for Uganda, says the Archbishop, the Pope's concern about global inequality.
What does he normally do? In many other countries, he talks about the rights of the poor. The sick should not be neglected. They should be supported by the governments.
Ugandans eagerly await the Pope's message as they put the finishing touches on the preparations. Serginho Roosblad for VOA News, Kampala.
Thanks, Serginho, for that report.